Hello everyone, this is Rattue 498 and this is a 1v1 battle. It's the first battle I'm showing in the set of battles which I'm going to be doing with the Huntsman lads. I'm going to be playing most from 1v1 and posting all the battles on here, win or loss. This is the first battle against Huntsman Bobby. He's playing as Prussia, I'm playing as France. As you can see, he's advanced his lights up here, and they're engaging my volts. I've got 2 volts on this side and 3 old guard. I've also pulled my cav out wide, as you can see in the background there. I've got 2 shooter cav and a lancer out there. So my plan is basically to try and rush this side. As you've seen in a lot of my other videos, if I've got 3 of the old guard, I will try and rush this side with the power of the old guard and their scare ability. I'm hoping to be able to destroy him pretty quickly on this side and then wrap him up. He runs his lights back when I advance, and I send my cav and then I halt them as I see he moves back slightly. I don't want to get shot at before they engage. So I see him completely retiring now all his forces, so it gives me an opportunity to send my cav. So I'm going to send my 2 shooter cav in first. He's done a cav charge as well to stop me advancing on him. He targets my old guard instead of my light unit, which is vulnerable. If he'd have targeted my light unit, he probably would have got a much better result. But I form squares and do some damage. My cav now hits his lights. When you're playing against Prussia 1v1, really your main thing to do is to destroy the lights as quickly as possible. If you don't destroy them too quickly, you will end up getting destroyed, as you'll see in my next battle where I play Krasnikov. He beats me. So I'm moving up now. He's formed some squares. I'm still engaged with his lights, and as soon as I kill these lights off, hopefully it should be pretty easy to wrap up this side. I keep moving my cav around. He's got a cav unit in disrupting my lines at the moment, so my right hand side of those lines aren't firing. But I send my lancer unit in as well now, and I'm going to hopefully disrupt him enough that the old guard can get some good shots off and rout quite a few of these men. I've got 2 volts there that are going to help firing as well. So a quick overview of the map. If you have a look at the mini map as well, you can see my right hand side isn't engaged, my left is. So I'm going to keep moving my cav around, try and do some damage. As you can see, he still forms squares, which gives me an opportunity to shoot him up. Here comes another shooter cav unit from the rear, which are going to come in and try and hold him in squares and stop him from running. He forms a square up there, and he's going to form a square up with his other unit as well. So I'm going to keep moving up onto the squares. He didn't manage to form a square with his unit on the right hand side. As you can see, his left, he tried to flank me, but I turned one of my units round and managed to destroy the musketeer unit which was trying to flank. As I say, with the old guard around the scare ability, a lot of these units will rout extremely quickly. So as you can see, I've completely disorganised this flank now. I've pretty much destroyed it. He's got units left, but they're running. I'm now finding myself behind his left flank, which means I have to pull my right flank up, which is something I didn't want to do. He's got 2 foot guard on this right flank, on his left flank, my right flank, which are going to cause me a lot of problems, and I keep giving him the first shot. So he pulls himself back. I think my volts managed to fire 1 shot off at him. So I'm still pushing hard on my left. I've got to try and stay engaged with him for as long as possible. The remainder of my cav, which I sent over there, are now going to charge in as well, try and get rid of the last remaining lights. They take a shot, but they manage to hit the lights.
Our men are running, sir.
So this is on the opposite flank now. I've got rid of the idea of putting my lights in front. I've formed one long line, so my light and my line are now all together. He tries a cav charge. I form squares. Oh, very depleted old guard unit, and he ends up hitting my lights. I form square with the other old guard unit. As you can see, he's still running on that flank. He's causing me a few problems, having to try and chase him down. And he pulls back on the other flank as well, so I'm going to have to try and chase him on that flank as well now. So my build was, I believe I had 5 Volts, 3 old guard, 4 Polish, and I believe I also had 2 shooter cav and 3 lancers. I think that's correct. It's basically my normal rush build. I normally don't do too badly with this build against Prussia. Unfortunately, the first time I get beat with it is the next game you're going to see against Krasnikov, who's an excellent player and he uses his lights fantastically, which caused me a lot of problem as this build is mainly designed to try and get rid of the lights as quickly as possible, and then my line are a lot better than his, so that's the idea to it. So as you can see, he's still pulling back. He's left his 2-foot guard forward a little bit. Now on this flank my units are pretty heavily depleted now, as I keep giving away the first shot. So I send a cav unit in now. There's another one of his units running away. Send a cav unit in to try and hold up this unit. As you can see there that my units are firing at, because I want to get rid of him as well. So he's going to form a square. It doesn't bother me too much, but I just want to be able to hold him there so I can shoot him up. So I've got still 3 old guard left over here, although they are pretty heavily depleted. And the problem with this kind of build is if the opponent starts running on you, their units will come back from routing, which means you're going to have to then face a completely new line later on, which I do. So I pull my cav back out and I keep pushing up on that flank. I didn't want to engage on the right, although I think I do something very silly, and yeah, and I keep moving up and I keep giving away the first shot on the right, and my units get pretty badly beaten, which was a silly mistake. I'm making a lot of them recently in 1v1s. I think I'm getting a little overconfident with it. So like this, it's going to be a really bad mistake. I will form a square with the first unit. I then allow this cav unit to charge my Polish next to it. And I don't form any more squares, and that cav unit is just left to run wild and do whatever really it fancies. So still a light unit left. As you can see, the cav is still charging and targeting the light units whenever I see them or find them, or whenever they come back from routing. So his 2-foot guard units there are doing a good job on my lines.
Our men are running, sir.
His cavs managed to rout my lights. As I said, I don't form many squares, so it caused me a huge problem. So on this flank, still pulling back, so I'm going to try and chase him down, and he's pulled back in his left flank as well, my right. So I keep moving up, and basically at this point I'm kind of hoping that my units can hold out long enough. I'm going to keep trying to plug away. I've got no cav left ready to hold him up. On this flank as well, I knew I'd get problems, which was why I tried to avoid it, but in the end I engaged, as really I had not too much choice. I wanted to try and stop him from being able to retreat.
Our men are running, sir.
And this kind of like seemed the easiest way to do it. So he had a cav unit that's made me form squares, which has allowed him to shoot up my old guards. As I said before, they all come back from routing, all those units, which caused me a huge problem and managed to actually destroy my right flank, my left flank. So I continue to pull forward, and now he counters and attacks my old guards. He pulls back his left flank again,
Our men are running,
and my old guard are right away. I'm going to have to skip this on in a minute. I'm not sure at what point I do skip it on, but I'm going to have to skip it on in a minute. It was a pretty long battle. As you can see, running away again, so I'm going to have to keep moving forward. He's still got a light unit or two left, which will shoot me up. I'll move my general up now to make sure my guys don't get too badly beaten. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get my general in behind. I'm going to try and end this in one move. I'm going to try and charge my general through when he retreats. I'm going to try and kill one of his light units, and I'm going to try and make a rush for his general, which I've already depleted somewhat from the first attack. So I'm going to hit into this light unit, and I'm going to take my general off, and you can see his general there, and that's what I'm going to be going for now. So he tries to shoot up my general, and you can see his lines constantly trying to turn to chase me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hunt this general down. If I can kill him, then I'm still hoping I'll be able to win this battle, but at this point. So I charge into him. With the initial charge, I don't kill him, which disappointed me a bit, because I've got to hang around and fight him when he's got some line units around which could shoot me. So as you can see, he's pulling back again, so I'm going to have to bring my lines up again. Oh, light unit come back from routing, which I brought up. He's going to shoot, and now I've finally routed his general away. So I pull up on the flank again, still pulling back. If you have a look at the mini-map, you see where we are now. So my general's staying behind my right flank because he's got a 2-foot guard there. I need these units to hold. I can't have them running away. Because if they run away and he manages to outflank me with his foot guard, then yeah, I'm all finished. So I'm pulling forward. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get close enough, even with my lights, so that if he pulls back, I can still shoot him with my lights because they outrange him. So as you see, like, he fires, pulls back, just outranging my line. So, but I've got light unit there which is firing at him. I pull up on my right. I did a stupid thing again, move my general away from my right and just let him shoot me up. Very foolish, but at this point I'm getting a little agitated by the fact this battle isn't finished by now. As you may have seen with my French, when I play as France with my rush builds, battles normally take around 6 minutes maximum. This one took somewhere near 20, 25 I think. So his left flank now, as you can see, is demolished. My right flank is going to be in trouble, because he's still got the foot guards here. But now he hasn't got the general, it's going to give me a good chance to win this battle. But my unit's heavily depleted. Keep taking the first shot, especially against foot guards, is an awful thing to do. These Prussian foot guards are pretty handy. So my general's floating around behind. I'm going to keep him close to my units now. He's going to be crucial in winning this battle now. So I'm bringing my other units up to try and outflank. He reforms a line to try and get 2 units firing on my corner unit. So I put my units back until my other unit comes up. Now this is skipped forward a little bit. Basically, this is the light unit that's left. He was trying to run them away from me. So I sent my general in, and then I go melee with one of my Polish units. And over on this side, he's trying to melee my 2 light units. So I'm going to run them back and turn my other line unit on to fire them. So now I've destroyed that light unit. He's got 2 units left. He's got no general. He's got a foot guard unit and a musketeer unit. Foot guard unit, I believe, has got about 70 odd men, something like that. But I send my general forward, make him form a square, and I stop my lights from retreating, and they're going to start shooting him up. He then decides to go melee onto my line unit, which I join him, and I melee him onto my line. My Polish are pretty handy in melee, even against foot guards. They will do pretty well, and without a general and the fact that I've got more units around, he's going to be shot at as well. I'm hoping they're going to do pretty good. I see the other musketeer unit coming in from behind, so I switch my Polish in melee, and I charge that unit, and I let my lights shoot up the foot guard unit. So they go into melee. My general comes down just to make sure that this Polish unit don't run away. And as you can see, it was a very close battle in the end. So that was a good game to Bobby. Thank you very much for playing. Next battle I'm posting is a loss against Kreshnikov, where he kicks my ass. And then after that is one where I beat Kreshnikov. I use his same build. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.